What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. For those of you lucky enough, you were able to catch a live unboxing of a $5,000 life-size silicone T-800 Arnold bust. Lots to say there. So this is officially my most expensive piece in my collection. This is made by Queen Studios. They are a relatively newer company, less than 2 years old. They've been producing high-end silicone busts. Now, if you're new to the statue world, silicone is a medical grade purpose used for like breast implants and creating, ligaments and all sorts of stuff. Really just Google it. But lately it's been the trend with collectibles. It is able to achieve the most realistic possible just overall look, like the actual skin texture and detail. Where your traditional statue was this polystone look, where it's hard, where this is soft to the touch. It actually feels like a real human. This is hard as rock. It breaks easy. Silicone doesn't really break, but it cuts easy. I'm sure it could break, but it more or less is more prone to cutting versus breaking like a statue. So I bought this bust aftermarket. It's been sold out for, I believe, like a year and a half now, and it goes for a lot of money in the aftermarket. Generally, you might find 1 to 2 available, and they always go for about $7,000. I was patient, waited for the right opportunity, and it popped up, and I was able to get it for $5,250. Now, my most expensive prior to this was the original Cinema Cut Predator I got for $5,000. And that was my favorite statue in my collection, or, is my favorite statue in my collection. We'll see how this Arnold is, because I'll definitely need to do a new top 10 because I've got so many grills lately. So this is now my most expensive piece in my collection, definitely my most expensive bust. Here is the certificate of authenticity, platinum silicone, delicate hair implants. So I will get this framed up just like that, probably in that similar styled frame, the higher quality one. This 1/4 scale is just for comparison to show you guys, because I always love the look of a bust next to 1/4. I just think it looks amazing. I'll also grab my T-800 bust and throw it next to it so you guys can see how that looks as well, because that one is much easier to get, I believe. I mean, that thing retailed for like $900 back in the day. So here it is, Queen Arnold, straight out the bat. It's absolutely mind-blowingly good. It is ridiculously good. So here we have the base, T-800 Terminator 2 Judgment Day 3D. Now, I don't know if people really watch 3D anymore. So here is the plugin, which I'm waiting on the guy because I'm waiting on the plug. For you guys, it's going to be later in this video. For me, it's 2 days. I am reviewing this right after my live unboxing while it's on this table. But that's where it plugs in. It looks like it plugs in. It has a cable from here that runs under here, so you can just plug it in. Now, I do have a plug-in right behind where I'm going to put it, so I'm definitely going to plug it in and utilize that plug every now and then. But this base is very cool. I like the 2-tiered platform, and then the middle inner part, even just like the button looks cool. And so here it is. Freaking dried glue or something on there. Yeah, the base is awesome. I love it. It's very cool. It's classy. It props it up a good height, and it's definitely reminiscent of Arnold and Terminator 2. So fantastic base. Definitely a lot better than like the base on that one, for example. That one's very simplistic. This is a fantastic base. I like what they did here. But I didn't just spend $5,000 for this base. You spend $5,000 for that portrait, which is the most important thing on a bust, is the portrait. So let's check it out. So when you're creating a bust, the number one important thing is likeness. Did they nail the likeness? For me, this is 100% Arnold Schwarzenegger. It looks just like him from Terminator. They absolutely nailed it. I don't see, it's 100%. Definitely Arnold. I love everything about it. So the likeness is perfect. Next, you want to look at the detail. So this is a hyper-realistic bust. So you have this silicone, which gives it a very realistic look. Like that looks like a real human nose. The glass eyes. So he has one glass eye there, and then here is the, because his face, this is battle damage, has been ripped open, is the endo eye. So the actual glass eye looks absolutely fantastic. They did a very good job in that glass eye. This is what's the star of the show. The way they did this battle damage is so freaking cool. I love the way the silicone with that bloody look and then the endo inside looks. Absolutely fantastic. It looks like real ripped flesh. So it's very, very cool. You can see he got shot in the face here, slashed ear. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Tons of bullet holes in his neck. Even his chest here, you got bullets holed there, one right there. I'm gonna try to remove the clothes, make it aligned. Silicone's sticky, so this stuff sticks. I wanna align this with that though, so it's perfectly aligned. So we're gonna remove some of that clothing that's blocking that hole. There is battle damage right there I want to see. Yeah, so I definitely love all the different bullet holes throughout the entire battle damage bust. Not just in, the chest, neck, the face, but you also have bullet holes here in the jacket. Right here, right here, right here, here. And on the back, none. So you do have this battle damage here, and this one actually is really good. So you can see the back part, the flesh, but even the parts of the hair have what looks like little parts of flesh and blood. So they definitely did a fantastic job on the battle damage. I think that's one of the best parts about it. For me, I absolutely love the battle damage look of Arnold. I mean, I like classic Arnold, of course, but I love his battle damage, showing the endoskeleton, showing him as a Terminator, not just a human and whatnot. That's why I like this 1/4, because it's the exact same look. As you can see, this one looks very, very similar in many aspects. This is just way more detailed and better looking. So this hair is hand punched. You can see it individually hand punched right there. So absolutely fantastic job on the hand punched hair. Now, like I said in the unboxing, he did have these light little hairs, and what I did is I used this brush and it was able to get rid of pretty much all of them for the most part. You can't see all these little hairs that were on the face before, but you can see just the pores. There's tons of pores. I can see some little hairs up close. But like I said, this brush does do a pretty darn good job in cleaning up these hairs. So you just use this brush and it does get rid of those hairs pretty darn good, to be honest. So this one does not have a super shiny look like some other silicones. There's a few parts that are a tiny bit shiny. It's a little shiny right there, little shiny right there. But it's not super shiny like some of the other silicones I've owned, where they're just super greasy looking. So that's a positive. I mean, I don't mind a tiny bit of shine. It does add a little bit of realism because, people sweat. I sweat. My head's not super clean looking. So it definitely adds a level of realism. Check out this ear. It looks like a real human ear that's been damaged. They added a vein in the neck right here. And right here, it looks just like a real vein. And here's a normal clean ear. So there's no hole inside, but from this angle, it looks just like a real ear. Overall, I think the hair looks fantastic, has that classic Arnold look. Just like the 1/4, they pretty much match in terms of style. The leather feels extremely high quality. Feels like a real leather jacket that's been just really custom tailored. There's even a pocket that you can open the zipper if you want. And then, there's right here's where it would zip up as a complete leather jacket to right there. So, I mean, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, folks. It's as high quality as you can really get. But the thing about this, so Terminator 2 for me is a perfect movie. It is the ultimate action movie from the 1990s. There's nothing better than Terminator. Like, it's a flawless movie for me. And it really is what made me love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, I love all the Terminator movies, but Terminator 2 is the one that stood out time and again as just a phenomenal movie. And they nailed it in every aspect. They did the battle damage look. They got a perfect base. It's really just a perfect bust is what it is, because it has that extreme detail. Even just like his look, the way his eye are like slightly squinted, his nose, his frown, he's determined. You know, it's like a perfect pose choice as well. He is determined to save John Connor, to kill the T-1000. So it's just absolutely fantastic looking overall. I really do love the battle damage, though. It's so sick. You know, just like the skin peeling, bullet holes, scratches. You can see a vein on the forehead. You know, it looks like real human. It just looks real. This is as real as you can get. He even has little bit of like tiny hairs implanted into his face. The lips look awesome. Really, really amazing bust. Definitely one that's never going to leave my collection. Is it the best bust in my collection? I will save that for another video. But I gotta say, this is definitely, on my scale, an absolute grail. No doubt, it's a grail. If you're a Terminator fan and you have the means and the funds, hunt this down. I thought for a long time of purchasing the custom Arnold bust. There's a few different ones out there, and I almost pulled the trigger several times just because I missed out on this. And those ones are substantially cheaper. They're like $800 to $1,000 plus shipping. But I waited it out because the thing is, what I find for me personally, I don't like settling for, you know, something. I want to get the best of the best. I don't like to settle. That's why I sold my recast and bought the original Cinema Cut Predator. That's why I did not buy any of those customs. I waited to get Queen. I want the best of the best for my collection. And because I have so many statues, I can sell to fund these. So I didn't use any paycheck money for this. I just sold 4 statues and bought this. So, you know, I know a lot of people are saying, don't sell your DBZ Saiyan Saga. Don't sell your custom Kratos. That's a grail. Yes, it was a grail for a Kratos statue, but it was absolutely worth it to have Arnold in my collection. I'm so stoked to have this. So let me grab the T-800 and place it side by side and see how they look together. Alrighty, and here is Arnold next to the T-800, next to the Endo arm, so you guys can have a good idea of how this looks. So Arnold is a little bit taller for sure. I haven't measured him, but I'm pretty confident based off memory, he's 30 inches tall, and that one is like 28. That is about 29 inches. And Arnold is the tallest, including to the top of his hair. So you can see how these look. They absolutely look fantastic next to each other, obviously. Now, like I said, I don't have a way of lighting up Arnold just yet. You'll see that in the later review. But here's how the Endo looks. Very, very cool. So I think even just the T-800 Endo arm is a fantastic companion to the Arnold bust. Like if you wanted to just place this next to that, I think that looks fantastic. But I just wanted to show this size comparison so you can see these two guys next to each other. Alrighty, YouTubers. So here is Arnold in his resting spot. I do think it looks awesome here. I know a lot of people want me to display it with my endoskeleton, but I really don't want to put Jason and Freddy down low. I like the way they look. I may in the future, but for right now, I think it looks great here. He does go fantastic on this display, which is a curio. I have this at 3 feet tall, and I think that's a really good height for him. Arnold definitely has a good presence, and mostly because of that giant base. It really adds to him, making him 30 inches tall. Now you compare the size of that, then like this base, or the Pennywise, it's definitely adds a lot to it, and I like that. I think it really helps with the overall look of the bust. So, yeah, I'll keep it like this for now. We got the Arnold 1/4 exclusive with the poster, the movie, and then Arnold like that. I'm just gonna get a COA mounted and do it right in the middle of those two, the Lycan and Marcus. We'll get the Wonder Woman Queen bust right there, and then Shazam at the end, and then the wall's complete. And I'm really digging it. This is Khaleesi. She arrived with only 2 boxes. I'm real annoyed at that. And Hulkbuster, the seller's just the worst. So I'm looking for alternatives. But, so, final thoughts on Arnold. Incredible presence, perfect detail, perfect look, perfect likeness. It's a perfect bust. It is an absolute grail. Without a doubt, one of the best pieces in my collection for sure. Is it better than the Cinemaquette? I don't think it is better. I still think the Cinemaquette is the best statue ever made. But Arnold is definitely up there in my collection as a top premium piece. I will do future videos on my favorite bust and top 10 favorite statues when I get some more of these premium silicones in the collection. Now, I wanted to show you guys the light up feature, but the cord is delayed, so I can't show that, but I'll post it on Instagram. So just follow me on Instagram, Flankster117, and I'll post pictures of it with the light up on. Granted, this is how I'm going to view the statue 99% of the time. I'll just check light up every now and then. But check my Instagram for light up photos when I get that. But I did want to get this review out for you guys so you can see just how amazing this bust is. It truly is an absolute grail, especially limited to less than 100 worldwide. You know, and I understand why it was so limited, just because the retail price was $3,800. That is a lot. You know, that's like as much as an Infinity Studios, and this doesn't have a half body, it's just the bust. But I can understand why Queen charged that much with all the detail that went into this, the endoskeleton, the flesh wounds. It truly just adds a lot to it. So again, a few last close-ups. Just absolutely killer. So I watched the movie last night, and I paused it when it was at the scene where Arnold was this battle damaged. Because he's only like this for maybe 5 minutes in the movie. You know, for the most part, he's completely whole, non-damaged. He had a few bullet holes, but that was it. But they definitely nailed it. Queen absolutely nailed it. Down to everything. Even the like aging right here in his eyes, the wrinkles in his forehead. They absolutely nailed it. I don't remember how old Arnold was in the movie. I'm assuming he's in his 30s. Because he wasn't as buff as he was in the previous one. And you could definitely see the wrinkles in the face. But I think Queen absolutely nailed it on this. You know, it definitely looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator is in my collection. So, this is a piece that will go with me to the grave. I will be... this will be in my tombstone. I want to be buried and surrounded by all my ultimate grails. Or I'll just pass this off to either a grandchild, or if I ever decide to have a kid, my child would claim everything I own, of course. They would be set for life. Anyways, folks, do check out my Instagram for the photos of the light up feature. I'll post photos and video. But I absolutely love this bust. It is a grail of grails, ultimate Terminator grail. I am considering Prime 1's half-scale Arnold. I think it would look fantastic next to this. If I did do that, though, I would definitely have to make a more dedicated Terminator display where I could have them all together. Anyways, folks, let me know your thoughts and comments below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.